of loans, you can be debt-free. And with a mosaic of cultures, you can be you. Northwestern, success lives here.
The future comes fast, which is why it's important to start planning for tomorrow, today. So whether you're setting aside money for something special or just safeguarding it against a rainy day, at Gateway, we've got competitive rates on a full suite of savings products. So consider us your gateway to earning money on your money. Open a high-yield savings account with an annual percentage yield of 3.5%. Visit gatewayfirst.com. Gateway First Bank, member FDIC.
Summer job, babysitting money, graduation gifts. Sounds like it's time to open a free student checking account with Communication Federal Credit Union. It's made for teens and tweens. Open your new account and get a free Visa debit card for secure shopping power online or in stores. Plus, mom and dad can transfer money in and manage it all from the app. Go to comfedcu.org for details. Communication Federal Credit Union.
Farming today isn't just about hard work. It's about making smart choices. That's where Correction Line Ag and BW Fusion step in. We're redefining crop nutrition with cutting-edge biology that delivers real results. Stop relying on outdated methods. It's time for a fresh approach. CLA delivers data-driven solutions tailored for every growth stage, boosting your farm's ROI. Ready to get started? Call 833-CLA-SOIL or visit correctionlineag.com. Smarter farming starts here.
In our business and at our firm, it's all about preparation, preparation, preparation. We are advocates for our client. We speak for them. So as a part of that advocacy, it involves hiring the best experts. It's doing the legal research. It's doing the medical research. That is advocacy behind the scenes. It's not just the bells and whistles in front of the jury.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business. And remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
So you want to create your future, discover a path worth traveling down, find a career to get excited about.
For decades, Career Tech has been training talented, skilled individuals, empowering them to step into a career that fuels not only their life, but the Oklahoma workforce. These individuals are the heartbeat of this state's economy. Individuals just like you. Create your future today at Oklahoma Career Tech.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
For a bank that's big enough to serve you, but small enough to know you, turn to Alva State Bank. Whether you're opening your first checking account, going to college, starting a small business, planning a wedding, or having a baby, Alva State Bank is here for all of life's milestones. To learn more, visit any Alva State Bank branch or go online to alvastatebank.com. Alva State Bank. They plant roots where others have branches. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Hello and welcome to the Squirtle Game of the Week. Mark Rogers and Adam Dieselhorst with you from Kiefer High School tonight. It's a Class 2A Division I showdown between the Jones Longhorns, 1-0 in the season, and the Kiefer Trojans opening up their season tonight here at home. These two teams, Adam, played in the semifinals of Class 2A a year ago, and Jones was defeated by eventual champion Washington, and Kiefer was eliminated by Millwood on a spectacular play here on this field that was heartbreaking to say the least.
Yeah, obviously we saw a lot of video of that. It's going to give Kiefer a lot to play for this season. But, man, I'll tell you what, watching these two teams warm up, and we got here early, they have some athletes out there on the field. Class 2A is loaded this year like it is every year.
Washington and Millwood considered to be the teams to beat again in this class, and Jones in the same district as the Falcons this season, so those two teams will meet in the regular season. The captains are meeting at midfield, and yes, both of these programs have great participation tonight and are certainly among the top groups in the classification.
Well, the other thing, too, we see with the new rules out there, Mark, which Jones is historically in an area of Oklahoma City. Same thing with Kiefer. We were talking to some of the coaches earlier on. Sounds like Kiefer has been blessed with getting a handful of move-ins from the Bixby area, but we all know Jones, too, as well, where they're located just on the east side of Edmond. They've seen an influx of transfers, too, as well. And with the new transfer rule, I think we've seen some additional transfers to go with, good pieces to go with already great teams.
Jones is coached by Kevin Witt. This is his third season. He has a record of 24-7. The Longhorns defeated the Luther Lions 51-6 last week. Trent Worley is in his sixth year here at Kiefer with a record of 40-20. These two teams have met only one time previous in their history. That was the 2022 quarterfinals, and Jones came away with a 27-19 win here on this field.
All right, Mark, who's got the better inflatable?
We can post that online tonight. I got pictures of both of the inflatables. The Jones inflatable looks like there's more to it. It's got two separate pieces. And I will probably go with the Longhorns tonight. The uniform battle will be very interesting because both schools have done well in the eyes of the broadcasters. The uniforms are very distinguished and easy to see. This Kiefer group has got some solid gear. So I may give the inflatable to the Longhorns and the unis to the Trojans.
So my analysis is Trojans, classic. The classic just, helmet kind of look, Trojan helmet look. Jones a little more modern. I like the how they involve the state map with their inflatable too as well. But you talked about the uniforms, both of them coming out looking really nice. You start doing a gear up session with Downtown Threads, one of our sponsors. So we can have I just kind of thought of that. So
I like it.
We might want to do that going forward.
I think that's an outstanding idea. So many great games tonight on the Squirtle Network. So we have all kinds of activity to keep up with this evening around the state. Sulphur and Washington, of course, is a big game involving this Washington team from Class 2A. We still got 2:37 on the clock, but I think we might be able to maybe kick this off a little bit sooner than that.
Well, one thing, we finally broke a little bit from the crazy heat. That is one thing for sure. I was a little worried about what some of these early games were going to be. Obviously last week we call a Thursday game. It was pretty warm, but feel like last Friday weather wasn't too bad. This Friday it's cooled down just a little bit more. So OU and OSU both have been lucky. They were lucky last Saturday, and it sounds like this Saturday going to be really nice weather for the games in Stillwater and Norman.
For the Longhorns, Asen Hansen, quarterback, was 10 of 14 last week for 172 yards and 4 touchdowns. 2 of those were to Creighton Jones, a big target at wide receiver. He's 6'5". Jones hauled in those 5 catches for 88 yards and a pair of scores. So these teams are similarly sized across the front, and it's a collegiate-sized look on the offensive line for Kiefer. 260, 230, 250, 295, and 290 for Jones. 275, 350, 250, 250, and 300, and then a 6'7", 235-pound tight end. And we are underway, and that is a short kick onside attempt, and it is fielded by the Longhorns, and they're going to take over with the ball just inside Kiefer territory.
Well, I think any coach that had to watch the NFL game last night watched that ridiculous kickoff they're trying to do in the NFL. It makes you just want to do something different. So right off the bat, you see Kiefer with a little bit of an onside kind of kick, and we're seeing that a lot more in high school football. If you don't have somebody that can kick it deep, try to use it to your benefit.
The ball is spotted right on the 50-yard line, and the Longhorns will have it first. Again, mentioned the Longhorns quarterback by Asen Hansen, 6 foot, 175-pound junior.
Looks like we have
It is Cale Clark at the tailback spot. He's wearing 14 tonight. We'll give you the offensive line here in a minute. Motion by Ellefson. Hansen fires to Ellefson, makes the catch. A great pursuit by a host of Kiefer defenders, and it's a gain of 1 on the reception. A big group over there coming to get the tackle.
That was Cameron Bowman there to make the tackle initially. Man, Kiefer was there quick on that little screen pass in the flats.
It was a good read to follow him in motion by this defense. Pistol formation and receivers 2 to Hansen's right. 2nd down and 9 to go. Hansen going to hand this one to Clark. And Clark falls forward. It's a nice gain by Cale Clark for about 5 yards down to the 44-yard line.
It's big number 45, Titus Bell, man. 6'4" and 250 linebacker. Just a sophomore for Kiefer.
Yeah, the size of these two teams is really impressive. Hansen with a hard count. It does not fool the Trojans. Got a 2-man defensive or 3-man defensive front. That's the primary defensive look they will use this evening. Hansen going for the go route, and he's got a man, and he overthrows his target. Mason Templeton broke free, and some confusion in the secondary for the Trojans, but that ball was overthrown, and it brings up a 4th down and 4.
Yeah, he had his man. I think Hansen just got a little antsy, saw him wide open up the sideline. Kiefer catches a break there.
Longhorns look like they're opting to play field position here early in the game. They're going to line up in a punt formation, even though they need just 4 yards for the first down. Kick is good and fielded.
Ooh, that's going to be a flag.
The flag is finally thrown here, so that's going to be kick catch interference on the Trojans. And that will bail Kiefer out from a tough spot inside their own 10-yard line.
It was 28 A.J. Rideau. I don't know if he didn't see the fair catch signal, but that's going to be a big break for Kiefer.
Lucas Boyles was back to receive for Kiefer. The infraction happened at the 6-yard line.
Yeah, it's a situation there where if you're Jones, you can pin them back inside the 10, and then you get a penalty like that, and they're going to have the ball out across the 20-yard line.
A 15-yard penalty. And so that's where Kiefer will take over at the 21-yard line with Cash Worley, the sophomore, 6'5", at 175-pounder, son of head coach Trent Worley. He goes in motion. The direct snap
Ooh, big hole.
And a great hole opened up front. Looks like Bradley Breland on the carry.
Like that formation, power formation there. And Kiefer kicked, like you said, Mark, kicked the quarterback out and then just ran a little running back power.
Breland was a 1,000-yard rusher last year for the Trojans. So they're making the Longhorns think about things. We got an equipment malfunction with the Kiefer wide receiver Trevor Poffel. And so he is subbed out.
God, 6'5", 200-pound wide receiver. These teams have some big kids.
Big kids and a lot of them. Motion.
Ooh, false start.
Worley fakes the handoff to Breland and is going to keep it himself, and he does not go anywhere. They may give him forward progress of 1 yard. And that was great effort up front to shed a blocker and make a tackle for the Longhorns. On that side of the line, Cruz Cranford and Caleb Chappell for Jones. They're providing the defense, and we've heard some good things about Caleb Chappell up front on that defensive line. Worley back to pass. Ball is tipped, and it is intercepted. The Longhorns are going to have it at the 32-yard line. That ball went up in the air, and let's see who came away with that interception for the Longhorns.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mark. I didn't see, unfortunately. A little bit of a glare there for a second, which that glare's gone now. It's a good thing we have these this press box. Beautiful up here, and they've got the windows actually tinted on them, so it makes it a little bit easier to see.
Great facilities at Kiefer. This stadium is about 13 years old, but it looks brand new. Hansen hands it off. Clark finds some running room, but he stopped at the 21-yard line. That's a gain of 5.
And that time, that was number 23, Doug Crowder, for Kiefer.
Second down and 5 to go. We do have a pretty good north wind here tonight of about 20 miles an hour. See if that factors in the kicking game. Clark is denied, went into a big group of defenders, and he was sent straight back on some solid tackling there at the linebacker position for the Trojans. That was number 34, Braden Holt, a senior, in on the stop for no gain. I'll give him 1. Jones went for the deep ball on the last third down play. And this is certainly in 2-down territory, I would think, here for the Longhorns. Hansen keeps it, fakes to Clark, and makes one man miss. He's down to the 12-yard line, and that's more than enough for the first down. A 12-yard run from Asen Hansen. First down, Longhorns.
What a great read there by Hansen. These offenses, these college teams and high school teams run now makes it so difficult on the defense. You got to really be, sharp on your keys, and Hansen does a great job there.
First down and 10 to go from the 12-yard line. Hansen's going to throw this, and that ball just went through the hands of the intended receiver, Mason Templeton. Sun could have been a little bit of an issue there as he's staring directly into the setting sun of the west.
Yeah, it's weird because it's almost like, you're playing an evening baseball game. You got little sunspots, because on this side of the field closest to us, it's almost perfectly shaded.
There are a lot of shadows on the field, so I can see how it would be really difficult to pick up the ball at times, especially on a short pass that was thrown with that kind of velocity. Hansen fakes the handoff to Clark, finds Carlos Hardiman. Hardiman is loose. He's at the 5-yard line, and he's thrown down to the ground and tackled by Lucas Boyles. but a big gain from Hardiman on the reception.
Well, that's the first time we see the transfer Hardiman, and we obviously know what kind of a playmaker he is.
They give Hardiman 10, and so that will be a first down. Hardiman had over 600 yards of rushing last year for Classen Schools of Advanced Studies against Northwest Classen. First and goal from the 4. Motion from Templeton. Handoff to Clark. Clark fights forward near the goal line, but he is down at the 1 yard line after a gain of 3.
Great job there defensively for Kiefer. Linebacker steps right in the hole, makes good solid contact. That's number 35, Dylan McGuire. We got a hurt player on the field. Lineman 71 for Jones, it looks like.
That is Dallas Estrada, 6'3", 350-pound senior, is in some pain, and it looks to be his right leg. We'll take a timeout. 6:44 to go. Jones threatening early on. No score.
Day in and day out, you're committed. Every practice, every training, every game, every meet, you put in the work. Your fans may not see it, but you do. You have a story to tell, a personal brand, a career to launch, and an audience to connect with. Take control of your story with Athleon.co. You're doing the work. You deserve to benefit from it.
Wiggins Auctioneers is a full-service auction company well-versed in selling farm and range land, minerals, commercial and residential properties, as well as equipment, estate, and trust liquidations. In order to better serve our clients, Wiggins Realty offers conventional for-sale listings as well as buyer representation. Whether buying or selling, auction or conventional, we want to be your trusted company. Wiggins Auctioneers, 3 generations strong and setting the standard since 1963.
Ready to get back in the game? Great news! The movement experts at Physical Therapy Central can help you find relief and results and keep you off the sidelines. With over 30 convenient locations across Oklahoma City and beyond, contact PT Central today at ptcentral.org to see a physical therapist.
When your business is agriculture, you want a bank behind you that doesn't cut and run at the first sign that there will be some tough times ahead. There are good years and there are always bad years. At Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, we're here for
Second down from the 1 yard line as we are back to action here. Omar Ruiz is the player that is in to the game, and they're going to run it right behind him, and Hansen sneaks in, and it looks to be good. Touchdown, Jones. They open up scoring on a 1 yard run for Mason Hansen.
Great job there by the big guys up front. Easy sledding there for Hansen. He just ducks down low and dives in for a touchdown.
6 points off the turnover for Jones on the interception. The Longhorns have had excellent field position on the 2 drives that they have had in the game so far. Looking to the sideline here. Let's see if we have. We'll go with a side huddle. This is definitely going to be a 2-point attempt, and they throw it over, and Clark goes into the end zone. They're going to say he's down. It's stopped. So give Kiefer some credit. And once again, a nice play in there on the defense from number 34, Braden Holt. He's been all over the place. Holt, 6'5", 230-pound senior, is making his presence felt. So Jones scores the touchdown, but they failed to convert on the extra point.
I think at a game like this, Mark, we've seen it before. 2-point conversions could be huge, could make a difference in a game. A lot of these close games we see that we cover, it's typically that conversion that makes a difference in the end.
Longhorns will kick it deep. The ball is taken at the 10-yard line. And a big hit, gain of about 10. And so Kiefer will set up at the 20, first down and 10. 6:22 to go here in the opening quarter. Whether Brahms is your stop for a burger and ice cream or your weekly trip for groceries from the fresh market, Brahms is proud to be a part of your family's tradition. Brahms, farm fresh for over 50 years. New sponsor in addition to the network and game of the week, and we're certainly happy to have them along for the year.
And certainly tasty, too, as well.
Always good. Always good. An Oklahoma legend. Worley keeps the football, and he is thrown to the ground. Big stop coming in on the defensive front. And the stop is made for the Longhorns, Luke DeBusk, and it's a loss of 2. Second down at 12. Worley rolls to his left, has a man, tough to see. They're going to rule it incomplete. The ball
Worley
hit
goes
the turf.
down.
Worley really favored that right leg. Third down at 12. Looks like he's going to stay out there. They send the play in. Trevor Poffel has it. They'll utilize a in tight formation here. Snap is high, and the ball is handed off to Cooper Schoaf, and he is unable to go anywhere. Schoaf loses another couple, and so far you can really tell the dominance of this Jones defensive front as they force 2 negative plays and an incompletion on what will be a 3-and-out. Blake stop into punt for Kiefer. He's going to be punting into this north breeze. It's a rugby-style punt, and it's straight up in the air. The ball bounces at the 32, and it's got a little spin on it, and Jones has the good fortune of great field position once again, taking over at the 30-yard line. The field almost entirely on this end in the shade. Coda Harris, the junior, is in as the running back in this pistol formation. It was Cade Clark in the first 2 series. Hansen faked the pitch and somehow was able to get out of that tackle, and he's got a gain of about 4 to the 26-yard line. So a little magic from Asen Hansen running the football. He thought about pitching it. I'm not sure that would have been a great decision. Hunter Purvis was there to his right, but there was a lot of traffic in between Hansen and Purvis.
Yeah, it was that little, multiple option play where he can either hand it and go, or also he's got a guy out here kind of as a security blanket. Hansen's been he's shifty. He's got good footwork. It's hard to bring down.
Chase Pitts is the receiver here along with Hunter Purvis on the right side of the offensive line, or the right side of the receiving unit. Hansen throws it to his tight end. Catch is made at the 27-yard line, and that's going for a first down. Riley Ellefson, his second reception of the night, is good for a first down at the 17-yard line.
That is a big kid out there. Surely he's got some collegiate looks, I would think. Runs good routes. He's kind of that new breed of tight end that you're seeing a lot. But was he listed at 6'7", Mark?
6'7", 235 pounds.
Golly.
They also, that also have Creighton Jones out there at 6'5". There's the screen pass to Purvis. Purvis gets down to the 11-yard line, but a flag comes in, and this one may be on the Longhorns.
Could be a hold on the edge. That's number 2 for Jones. That would be Mason Templeton. He had him engaged, did a good job of getting up underneath the front of his shoulder pads, but held on for too long.
This Jones staff has got a lot of veterans on it. Ted Durrell, longtime head coach, Choctaw. Nick Wareheim, of course, head coach at Del City, among other places. Ricky Oliver, former head coach at Midwest City. The holding infraction will move them back to the 25-yard line. And they need to get to the 12 for a first, so first down and 18. Hansen will pass. He's got his big target out there, number 88. Touchdown! Hansen completes it to Riley Ellefson, 25 yards for the score, and Jones is in the end zone for the second time.
But great job by Hansen. Good pass and catch. Great play call. Man, Ellefson, he makes it look effortless.
Third catch of the game for Ellefson. And I believe the Longhorns will try to kick this. So maybe not. Nope. I'm going to line up in just a normal formation. Hansen. Alongside him in the backfield, Coda Harris. Motion from Pitts. Pitts.
Great defense.
Gets it, but that is great defense by Kiefer. They weren't fooled.
That's Cameron Bowman. He's made a lot of plays out there on the edge.
Nice play by Bowman. We'll take a quick timeout. 3:18 to go. It's Jones 12, Kiefer 0.
Is your school or booster club looking for ways to fundraise? Let Downtown Threads create a custom website to showcase all your school apparel. You pick the design and the garment, we do the rest. We will handle all the payments and cut you one check when the website is closed. Call today, 580-237-7060. Downtown Threads, proudly supporting all local high school athletes.
For a bank that's big enough to serve you, but small enough to know you, turn to Alva State Bank. Whether you're opening your first checking account, going to college, starting a small business, planning a wedding, or having a baby, Alva State Bank is here for all of life's milestones. To learn more, visit any Alva State Bank branch or go online to alvastatebank.com. Alva State Bank. They plant roots where others have branches. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Around the 10-yard line. And then once again, big-time kick coverage from Jones, number 27, I believe, on the stop. Eli DeBusk, freshman, who's been playing and earned a starting role on defense, is there on special teams with the big knock. And Kiefer, going into this win here with 3:13 to go, already faces a 12-0 deficit. Breland takes the handoff, and Breland breaks through. It's a gain of 6. Tackle made by sophomore Jet Bybee. Second down and 4. And Breland breaks out of the backfield as part of trips to the right side, twins to the left. And now Breland is returned to the backfield. High snap. Breland takes the handoff, a little trap play, and he's got the first down. Gain of 6 to the 35-yard line. 3 carries for Breland, 17 yards. Kiefer is not giving up, attacking this very tough Jones defensive front. And there's movement, but no flag. Incomplete pass. And Adam, you have to remind me that we were told that due to the intensity of the sun shining on this press box that these windows are tinted. And I keep thinking, man, it's dark out there. But no, it's just that the windows are tinted. So
yeah, they said that they were having a hard time with the air conditioners keeping up. But it is nice to have. I understand, especially earlier in the season when that sun's blaring right in your face.
Hey, you may think that it's cooled off quite a bit, but I'll tell you this air conditioner in here is it's primo. Love it. It's definitely keeping us cool. Going to set up a screen pass, and it's over the head of the intended receiver. Worley was looking for Breland, and he didn't have a whole lot of time because that Jones defensive line was back there all over him. Officials are talking with the Jones captain. I really didn't see anything on the field that would have looked like unsportsmanlike conduct. And I never saw the flag actually be thrown either. But this is going to be a costly penalty.
Could have been something said too, you know. Our laser vision, we would have caught it, Mark.
Yeah, it's hard to hear. I'm not sure, but whatever was said cost them 15 yards. It's a tough penalty, especially here with 1:59 to go in the third quarter, having to potentially punt into the wind again. Breland is running with some authority, and that may be something that the Trojans can come back to. But they're going to be forced to punt this one away into the wind again here. And it's been a never-ending cycle of great field position for Jones.
Yeah. Taking that wind you never would have thought would be such a benefit. But you talked about earlier on, Mark, that wind is blowing pretty good out of the north.
Carlos Hardiman is deep to receive. Jones came after that punt. This is a better punt. Hardiman trying to run up on it. The ball bounces to him at the 40-yard line, and the kick coverage is really good. Hardiman falls forward to the 44. That's where they will take over.
How's that Sulphur Washington? It looks like Washington's up, 7-6? Is that correct?
7-6. Home team has the ball, the 49-yard line. Looks like that's going to be a game as good as advertised.
Love that logo on the field. That's sweet looking. For all those wondering, you can watch those games on Squirtle.tv. There's a handful of good ones out across the network going on right now.
Hansen fakes the handoff, has this man over the middle, and Ellefson has another big gain from the 44-yard line down to the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 22 for Ellefson, who continues to dominate this game. First and 10 from the 37, and another play and another snap for Jones inside Kiefer territory.
Having some technical difficulties with our clock, so there's actually about 40 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
Hansen pulled the ball away from the tailback Clark at the last minute. Or excuse me, Harris, Coda Harris, number 44. Harris got hit hard, but it's a gain of 5 for Hansen.
That's going to end the quarter. I think they're going to take it to the sideline here.
We'll take a break with them here on the Squirtle game of the week. 12 minutes in, it's Jones 12, Kiefer 0. We'll be back with more after this.
Day in and day out, you're committed. Every practice, every training, every game, every meet, you put in the work. Your fans may not see it, but you do. You have a story to tell, a personal brand, a career to launch, and an audience to connect with. Take control of your story with Athleon.co. You're doing the work. You deserve to benefit from it.
Is your school or booster club looking for ways to fundraise? Let Downtown Threads create a custom website to showcase all your school apparel. You pick the design and the garment, we do the rest. We will handle all the payments and cut you one check when the website is closed. Call today, 580-237-7060. Downtown Threads, proudly supporting all local high school athletes.
12-0 Jones with the football, second down and 5 to go as we start the second quarter. First quarter is really dominated by the connection of Asen Hansen to Riley Ellefson. Ellefson has 4 catches for 56 yards and a touchdown.
Really, most of the whole quarter has been played on, Jones's side of the field. So they really they've had good, like you talked about, Mark, they've had good field possession the whole entire first half so far. Haven't had to go too far, those bad punts.
50-yard line is their worst starting field position of the game so far. There's a great play on defense, riding down the big running back for, looks like Desmond Nash potentially on the play.
I would agree. Both these teams play a lot of kids too, like you talked about, Mark.
Coda Harris with a gain of 1. Hansen rolls to his left, still looking to throw. Now he's going to tuck it and run. He's at the 30, he's at the 25, and he was able to slip through about 4 Kiefer defenders in order to pick up the first down.
Yeah, Brody Baxter finally is who brings him down. Big sophomore linebacker, 45, Titus Bell, was there first to bounce him to the outside, but Hansen is slippery. He's got a timeout.
Timeout for Jones. The Longhorns have had things going their way and are in striking distance again to add to this lead at 12-0. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more here on the Squirtle Game of the Week.
Ready to get back in the game? Great news! The movement experts at Physical Therapy Central can help you find relief and results and keep you off the sidelines. With over 30 convenient locations across Oklahoma City and beyond, contact PT Central today at ptcentral.org to see a physical therapist.
When your business is agriculture, you want a bank behind you that doesn't cut and run at the first sign that there will be some tough times ahead. There are good years and there are always bad years. At Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, we're here for them all. Agriculture, it's the backbone of our local community. We believe in it. We invest in it. We're here for the long haul. If you're in agriculture, it's time to let Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma make your best even better. Contact a loan officer today. Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, the area's leading lender in agriculture.
For over a century, Sooner.
Welcome back. First down and 10 to go from the 26-yard line. Coda Harris is in the backfield with Hansen. Ellefson, the tight end, is on the left side. Hansen kind of tried to run behind Ellefson this time. And again, strong defense from the front of the Trojans. Those front three, 34 Braden Holt, 6'5", 230-pound senior. Kendall Lang, 6'2", 280-pound senior, and Dylan McGuire, 5'11", 230-pound senior across the front of the Kiefer defensive line.
Well, you talked about it, man, the size of these two teams. Kiefer brings in, that's number 13 for them. Colton Antoine, he's a big old kid too.
Hansen has time in the pocket, still has time looking, has his man. It's a touchdown. Carlos Hardiman on the receiving end of that 24-yard touchdown pass, the second touchdown pass of the game for Asen Hansen.
And Hansen had all sorts of time to throw, too. Jones is looking really good here early.
Great protection by that offensive line up front for Jones. We saw Dallas Estrada go out earlier in the game. Hopefully he can get back in there. Jack Mendoza, Dom Harris, Ty Duran, Michael Renfro, along with Ellison up front. The Jones Longhorns go for the kick, and it's good. First extra point conversion of the game makes it 19-0. Kiefer will have the wind at their back for the first time in the game when they receive this kickoff. We will return with more here on the Squirtle Game of the Week.
For over a century, Sooner Plains Ag has been at the heart of our communities. Sooner Plains Ag is proud to support all area students and athletes from their hometowns and yours. Sooner Plains Ag is ready to service your grain, fertilizer, and farm supply needs. You can also fill up at one of their 2 convenience stores in Fairview and Mino. Sooner Plains Ag is honored to serve their member owners in their 4-county area for more than 100 years. Sooner Plains Ag, farmers helping farmers. It's that simple.
Welcome back. Jones set to kick it off. They are ahead 19-0. 10:23 to go here into the second quarter. Kick is fielded at the 20-yard line and brought back to the 30. That's where the Trojans will set up 1st and 10. This Jones defensive line has been wreaking havoc. Talked about the front so fast that it sometimes causes the opposing team to have a difficulty snapping the football with much accuracy. And we've seen that a couple of times here tonight with Kiefer. Is the snap has been difficult for Worley to corral. But this is the 4th possession, and they need to start thinking about moving this football pretty quickly.
Well, and all the depth that both these teams have, playing so many different players, Jones gets to bring in a whole different line up front on the defensive side. Not something you normally see in Class 2A.
Or just the size of these programs overall. The number of players out for both of these teams is impressive. Motion from Trevor Poffel. Hand off to Breland. And the Jones defensive line is there again. Just a massive pile of white and green defenders. Gain of just 2 yards for Breland.
Yeah, just nothing happening up front.
It's a great night for football. We get the breeze blowing and temperatures are perfect, but a lot of great action across the state tonight. Plenty of games were consideration for our game of the week. There's a big hit again. Worley
Humble.
looked like he may have lost the football at the 20-yard line. It's going to be a loss of 2 if Kiefer is able to retain possession. I think they were able to get back up on top of that.
Well, like you mentioned, Mark, there's just nothing there. You know, Jones has done such a great job with that line up front. Got Cranford and Kirby and Wiley and the linebackers at that second level. Not only are they big and strong, but they're quick. They can move.
Worley avoids pressure, has a man coming at him, and he loses the football. That ball is going to go out of bounds. I don't know if they're going to consider that a pass or a fumble. Probably a fumble. It's a loss from the 20 to the, a loss from the 30 all the way back to the 20.
Well, and we saw Templeton there with the speed, man, his closing speed. Didn't take him long to get there.
either intentional grounding or a fumble. So you spot the ball with a loss of down. It's a 15-yard loss for Worley. And this will be another punt. Little better kick into the wind. Hardiman is back to receive it, and he watches it take a Kiefer bounce and rolls out at the 36-yard line. So for the first time tonight, Jones will take over in their own territory, but they have scored on all but one possession so far here in the game tonight and have a dominant early 19-0 lead.
Yeah, and at some point for Kiefer, you got to get a stop, and 19-0 here. You're not completely out of it, as we've seen before in these small school, high school games. But man, you sure couldn't afford for Jones to put another one on the board before the half here. See, an interesting score that was on one of the games we picked. Fairview and Kingston are tied at 7 early in the second quarter. You can see that on the ticker across the top.
Hansen drops back to pass. He's pressured, and he has a man. Let's see, is that caught?
Wow. Heck of a play. That's 21 out there.
Chase Pitts.
Big time pass and catch. You see Hansen's ability to move around in the pocket and step up and fire out to the sideline.
17-yard completion to Pitts. His first catch. Puts the ball at the 43, and so Jones is quickly back into Kiefer territory. Fairview will have a 31-game winning streak on the line tonight at Kingston.
Looks like we got a timeout from Jones.
Jones didn't have the play quite in and ready that they wanted, so we'll take a timeout with them. 8:40 to go here in the first half. It's Jones 19, Kiefer 0.
Are you looking for a local, reliable propane provider? Earnhardt Oil and Propane has been serving customers throughout Oklahoma since 1971. Let them tailor a pricing option to fit your budget. Avoid winter price spikes with easy pay, steady, predictable monthly payments you can count on. Need more fuel options? They also offer bulk fuel delivery.
Welcome back. First down and 10 for the Longhorns from the 47. And we'll have a legal motion on Jones. Harris went in motion. See if there was some movement. Can't decide if it's better in here with the light on or the light off. But I tell you, when they did say that the tent on the windows was going to make it dark, they're true. Those are true words.
A little bit of a glare with the light on, but that's can be dealt with. I like it kind of without the light on.
1st and 15. Motion again from Harris. Hansen is going to flip it out there, and it is caught by Creighton Jones, who had 2 touchdowns last week.
That was great blocking out here.
Jones took it from the 40 all the way to the 43-yard line. Gain of 9. Hansen has a man wide open at the 30-yard line, makes a move, and down at the 24.
Well, that was just a great route concept that time by Jones. They ran everybody deep and just kind of ran a guy out to a stick spot and wide open.
He made that catch.
That was number 3 for Jones.
All right.
I do know that.
That is Hunter Purvis. $18 yards on the reception. Running back Harris. Kiefer has done a nice job so far against the run this evening, but the pass has plagued them. Harris, a 4-yard gain to the 21.
Alva leads Perry 14-12. A little bit surprising score here as we saw Cherokee. They got hammered by Timberlake that first week. I don't know if that's just a representation of how good Timberlake is, but they are all over Pioneer, who Pioneer was expected to be one of the better, one of close to top 10 type team.
Pioneer had a victory over Drumright last week.
Correct. Hooker, 22. Guyman, nothing.
Guyman with a season opening win and recorded 2 safeties to beat Woodward.
Nice. Tonko up 16-0 early against Newkirk.
It's good defense by the front for Kiefer. Loss of 1 for Hansen on the rush.
This would be a big stop here for Kiefer. If they could find a way to get a stop and then get the ball back and go down and score before the half, it would be huge. El Reno and Piedmont are tied at 7. Ooh, little quarterback draw. It's going to be a hold.
Hansen is unable to pick up the first down. It's a gain of 1, and we'll see if I would think that Kiefer would like to decline this penalty.
Stillwater is up 14-0 on Union.
Now that is a surprise.
Bixby all over Sand Springs, 29-0. They are going to be out for revenge after that loss last week.
Substitution checking into the game is Deslin Nash, the senior, 5'8", 170. Give them an extra defender. And let's see if this pans out. The decision to move the Longhorns back. They have had a lot of success through the air. Hansen takes the snap. He's looking. He has a man. Good coverage as he was going to the big tight end Ellefson, but he was blanketed, and that will bring up a 4th down.
Ball was a little high, too, so don't know if it would have been catchable. Good coverage out there on the edge. Mark, where would you rank the prime rib you had at Mamadou's tonight?
That was fantastic.
Man,
what a great
good
place. I mean, it's been open for a long, long period of time. You out-ordered me. I think you had the prime rib just on between 2 buns. That was
that French dip
a better
was
move.
Ooh, good play
Hansen
by
is under pressure, and he is taken down. A big stop made by Titus Bell, the 6'4", 250-pound sophomore. Had a big loss on what really was 4th down. Not what I said was 4th down previously. I had not taken into account the penalty being accepted. So that's the biggest play of the game so far for Kiefer.
And Bell is a good-looking athlete. That kid, I think he's got some prospects at the college level for sure with his size. 6'4" and 250. Sophomore. Man, they might make him a defensive end as big as he is. Moves well, too, though. We saw him move there. Big-time stop for Kiefer. Kiefer needs to put it in the end zone here.
Kiefer has been able to sustain some decent runs. They have not had anything in the passing game so far. And they've got everybody on the offensive line here. And they hand it to Breland again, and Breland moves forward. Breland has done a nice job carrying the football.
Give him 4 yards. Little sidestep there. He really made something out of nothing there.
He's a nice running back. He's very quick. You can see how he was able to be a member of the 1,000-yard club a year ago.
Put big old boy back there. God.
Worley bounces off.
Well, that was not
Bell.
Worley.
Yeah, Bell. Bell in the Wildcat.
He can run, too. Got to find ways to get your best athletes on the field. Great job there. Make it 3rd and manageable.
Worley fooled him, but it did not fool the right side of the defense. you got to be impressed with this Jones defensive front. Tackle was made there by Cruz Cranford. And a loss of 3 on the play for Worley.
Yeah, there's really, like you talked about it, Mark, no threat really in passing yet in the game, and Jones has done a great job of bottling up the running game.
Caleb Chappell, 6'3", 235-pound senior. Chase Cranford, 5'9", 190-pound senior. Ahmad Kirby, 6'1", 195.
Great punt.
And Dorian Wiley. That's the group up front, 3 seniors and a junior.
That was a great punt.
The battle for field position is, and we've got a penalty here on Jones as well. So this is at least a glimmer of hope for Kiefer, who's had to defend its own goal in the shadow of it most of the evening. Finally is going to have potential maybe to put some pressure on the Longhorns as they take over at the 5-yard line, their own 5.
Well, we saw Kiefer get buried back at this end of the end zone into that wind, and that's where Jones capitalized on that quick 2 times. So we'll see what if Kiefer can get a stop here and try to put one in the end zone. 7-6 still over there. Washington Sulphur, is that right?
That's right. Looks like Washington has just got the ball inside Sulphur territory.
Big boy, man.
Coda Harris running with authority from the 5-yard line all the way to the 17. It's a gain of 12.
Who did the old saying, rumbling, stumbling?
Chris Berman.
That's Chris Berman. That was could have used that one there. He was rumbling and stumbling, I think. Man, Perkins all over Dewey, 29-0. Perkins has got a great team again this year. Pahuska, another team to watch out for in that Class A, up 40-7 over Meeker. I believe that's A1, correct? Look at Heritage Hall up 14-7 on Lincoln Christian early.
What a game that is.
Fumble.
Oh, there's a ball on the turf. And Hansen falls on it. And that goes from the 17 all the way back to the 9-yard line. Loss of 7. Henrietta's got a squad this year. Want to know, big win last week, 30-0.
Ooh, Hansen's got him quick up the sideline. Number 3, look at this.
Purvis underneath it. He's got one man to beat, and he gets into the end zone. A 90-yard touchdown pass from Asen Hansen to Hunter Purvis. And just like that, Jones is out of trouble and extending its lead.
Well, and I think the other thing, too, that you've seen, Hansen's got a lot of time back there, and he seems like the type of kid that if you give him time, he's going to find the open receiver. And another just great route combination that time. Freed up Purvis up the sideline, and, man, he had some speed, too. Well, that's just a killer there for Kiefer. Kiefer had him 3rd and long, backed up, and then give up a 90-yard touchdown.
2 catches for 108 yards for Purvis. Extra point is good. And the Longhorns now lead 26-0 with 2:51 to go here in the first half.
But this was not expected. Jones looks really good here early. They just have seized opportunities and made big plays. And Kiefer's just struggled all night to get the offense going.
That brings Hansen's season-long touchdown total to 8 in just 3 halves of football. not the way that that a Kiefer team is used to being treated here on its home field.
Piedmont opens up the lead on El Reno 13-7. Del City up 19-0 on Booker T. Stillwater 21-0 over Union. That's surprising.
That is definitely a stunner.
Cassidy OCS is all knotted up at 14.
Kiefer 13-1 a year ago, with that lone loss being to Millwood. And a nice return for the Trojans.
Tuttle up 14-0 on Newcastle. We'd circled that one as another good one to keep an eye on. Now, Mark, you were able to get over to Tuttle and their new facilities. I've heard they are just phenomenal, right?
It is unbelievable. Their facilities are incredible. Film room, press box, 3 stories. It's something else.
Deer Creek, the Battle of Edlam, up 14-7 over Memorial.
Worley is going to hand it to Breland.
Great job. Backside pursuit that time.
No room at all. Trey Sturdivant on the stop.
I'm really impressed with Jones. Man, they got all the pieces.
Worst loss this Kiefer team has suffered at home. You have to go back to 2021. They were taken out by Beggs by 30.
Beggs in 2021 was solid. Beggs has got him a good team this year. They were kind of down last year and the year before, but man, they've got a good squad this year. Blanchard's up 14-0 over Noble. Kind of expected.
Flag is down after a gain of about 3. This one is coming back, illegal procedure.
Cassia Hall all over Rejoice Christian, 24-7 in the second quarter. Fairview and Kingston are knotted up at 14-14. Talked about that one being a close one. Cashion leads Velma 6-0 in the first quarter.
Velma back up this year in 11-man football. Great, one of the great programs in the state.
One of the great mascots in the state, the Comets. We got to see them last year against Dewar in an 8-man battle. It's fun to watch.
2nd and 12. There was some confusion up front.
Golly.
I'll tell you who wasn't confused. That was Chapel.
You're right. I mean, the speed and the quickness.
Man.
Now you set yourself up 3rd down, and they're about, 3rd and Sand Springs. That's correct. Tyler Kerr gave me a little one-liner to use there. Got a long ways to go.
You kind of wonder what goes into the thought process of saying, I schedule Bixby. I mean, somebody has to.
Somebody has to play him, right? Yeah.
I mean, you usually leave that up to the Arkansas schools or one of the Tulsa heavyweights, and it's no shot at Sand Springs program. They're very good. Bobby Klink's done a nice job.
Remind me, what is Sand Springs? Charles Page? Isn't that what they call him?
Yes, Charles Page High School.
I kind of like that. Aren't there some that would refuse to call it Sand Springs, and they only call it Charles Page?
I mean, if you name a high school after a person, they probably the good intentions of doing that.
So was it at the gold medal, not the gold medal game, but maybe the almost. Just had one guy to beat.
It's a good run, but definitely paying the price at the end of that was Trevor Poffel.
That was number 10, Drew Thomas that was a big saving tackle. He had some speed off the edge.
That is the best offensive play of the evening for the Trojans. Gain of 10.
Was it Travis Scott wearing the Sand Springs letter jacket?
Yes, it was.
That was big time.
Oh, my gosh.
That's really hard to see.
That's not going to work. Well, you got to choose what we can see. We can either choose the roster or the field.
We need Tom with the lamp.
Yeah. A lamp is not a bad idea.
Tom brings a lamp every time. We need to shout out to Tom if he can hear us.
Ooh. Hardiman with a little bit of a tightrope walk. 32.2 seconds to go here in the first half. And Jones, when you can throw a 90-yard pass, I'm not going to say that they might be willing just to take this into halftime. I would tell you that Stillwater 21 Union nothing may be one of the bigger upsets that I've seen in a while.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming at all. We had that Union Jinx game circled next week.
Hansen is going to down the football, and that will take us to halftime here. It's been all Jones for first half touchdown passes from Asen Hansen, and the Longhorns lead at 26-0. Take that back. It's 3 first half touchdown passes. He did rush for the other. And so we have reached halftime here. We'll come back with the second half and a brief halftime report from Kiefer on the Squirtle Game of the Week. Longhorns 26, Trojans 0.
Are you looking for a local, reliable propane provider? Earnhardt Oil and Propane has been serving customers throughout Oklahoma since 1971. Let them tailor a pricing option to fit your budget. Avoid winter price spikes with easy pay, steady, predictable monthly payments you can count on. Need more fuel options? They also offer bulk fuel delivery, DEF, lubricants, and supplies for your business, all at competitive prices. For reliability 3 generations strong, call Earnhardt Oil and Propane at 866-270-1279 or visit www.earnhardtpropane.com.
For more than a century, you have made St. Mary's your healthcare choice. It might be our dedication, compassion, and skill, or the personalized patient experience. Perhaps it is our award-winning, high-quality care. Whatever your reason, you trust St. Mary's will offer advanced technology and comprehensive care close to home. Learn more about our services at stmarysregional.com.
Stream like the pros with Squirtle Live. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
Looking to jumpstart your career affordably? Tri-County Tech is the place. Our award-winning school, powered by OK Career Tech, offers top-notch instructors and job placement support to help you secure your dream job. Join the workforce sooner with our programs, especially in high-demand fields like construction and healthcare. We provide quick and easy in-house financial assistance for most programs. With our new flexible year-round schedule for working adults, you can achieve your goals at your own pace. Classes start soon, so visit tricountytech.edu/adult and start your journey today.
This is Game Time. Neptune Game Time creates a high-energy game day atmosphere that your players and fans will love. Every song in our database is 100% lyric safe, which means you can stop screening music for good. Game Time also provides custom messaging to help you promote your upcoming events, concessions, and event-specific announcements. And it gives you the opportunity to sell sponsorships on your station that will generate revenue for your athletic department. Amp up your game day with Game Time.
East River Roustabout, centrally located in Oklahoma, provides construction services specifically tailored for oilfield projects. Our team consists of highly skilled, experienced professionals who offer a wide range of services in construction, maintenance, and operations, focusing on both upstream and midstream sectors. With a combined 44 years of experience in pipeline and roustabout services, our team leads have a proven track record of success for major energy companies. So call the team at East River Roustabout today, 405-849-5156.
Anger, anxiety, worry, and disbelief, these are normal emotions to feel with an unplanned pregnancy. You have options, and you are not alone. Hope Pregnancy Center in Alva is a safe, confidential, and compassionate place to land. Hope offers free pregnancy testing and ultrasound, and you will be provided education for all your options. Remember, you aren't alone. We can help with hope. Visit thinkunpregnant.org. That's thinkunpregnant.org.
Enabling local. Sidwell Distribution is a local business that loves supporting Northwest Oklahoma schools and businesses. We are here to service all of your concession stands, restaurants, food trucks, churches, and more. With candy, paper goods, fried food basics, and even local products, we will exceed your expectations with competitive pricing and excellent service.
Wiggins Auctioneers is a full-service auction company well-versed in selling farm and range land, minerals, commercial and residential properties, as well as equipment, estate, and trust liquidations. In order to better serve our clients, Wiggins Realty offers conventional for-sale listings as well as buyer representation. Whether buying or selling, auction or conventional, we want to be your trusted company. Wiggins Auctioneers, 3 generations strong and setting the standard since 1963.
Why be a ranger? At Northwestern, with small classes, you can be seen. With over 40 programs from business to nursing, you can be career-driven. With a campus home away from home, you can be independent. With over half our students graduating without student loans, you can be debt-free. And with a mosaic of cultures, you can be you. Northwestern, success lives here.
The future comes fast, which is why it's important to start planning for tomorrow today. So whether you're setting aside money for something special or just safeguarding it against a rainy day, at Gateway, we've got competitive rates on a full suite of savings products. So consider us your gateway to earning money on your money. Open a high-yield savings account with an annual percentage yield of 3.5%. Visit gatewayfirst.com. Gateway First Bank, member FDIC.
Summer job, babysitting money, graduation gifts? Sounds like it's time to open a free student checking account with Communication Federal Credit Union. It's made for teens and tweens. Open your new account and get a free Visa debit card for secure shopping power online or in stores. Plus, mom and dad can transfer money in and manage it all from the app. Go to comfedcu.org for details. Communication Federal Credit Union.
Farming today isn't just about hard work. It's about making smart choices. That's where Correction Line Ag and BW Fusion step in. We're redefining crop nutrition with cutting-edge biology that delivers real results. Stop relying on outdated methods. It's time for a fresh approach. CLA delivers data-driven solutions tailored for every growth stage, boosting your farm's ROI. Ready to get started? Call 833-CLA-SOIL or visit correctionlineag.com. Smarter farming starts here.
In our business and at our firm, it's all about preparation, preparation, preparation. We are advocates for our client. We speak for them. So as a part of that advocacy, it involves hiring the best experts. It's doing the legal research. It's doing the medical research. That is advocacy behind the scenes. It's not just the bells and whistles in front of the jury.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business. And remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
So you want to create your future, discover a path worth traveling down, find a career to get excited about. For decades, Career Tech has been training talented, skilled individuals, empowering them to step into a career that fuels not only their life, but the Oklahoma workforce. These individuals are the heartbeat of this state's economy. Individuals just like you. Create your future today at Oklahoma Career Tech.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
For a bank that's big enough to serve you, but small enough to know you, turn to Alva State Bank. Whether you're opening your first checking account, going to college, starting a small business, planning a wedding, or having a baby, Alva State Bank is here for all of life's milestones. To learn more, visit any Alva State Bank branch or go online to alvastatebank.com. Alva State Bank. They plant roots where others have branches. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Day in and day out, you're committed. Every practice, every training, every game, every meet, you put in the work. Your fans may not see it, but you do. You have a story to tell, a personal brand, a career to launch, and an audience to connect with. Take control of your story with Athleon.co. You're doing the work. You deserve to benefit from it.
Is your school or booster club looking for ways to fundraise? Let Downtown Threads create a custom website to showcase all your school apparel. You pick the design and the garment, we do the rest. We will handle all the payments and cut you one check when the website is closed. Call today, 580-237-7060. Downtown Threads, proudly supporting all local high school athletes.
Ready to get back in the game? Great news. The movement experts at Physical Therapy Central can help you find relief and results and keep you off the sidelines. With over 30 convenient locations across Oklahoma City and beyond, contact PT Central today at ptcentral.org to see a physical therapist.
When your business is agriculture, you want a bank behind you that doesn't cut and run at the first sign that there will be some tough times ahead. There are good years and there are always bad years. At Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, we're here for them all. Agriculture, it's the backbone of our local community. We believe in it. We invest in it. We're here for the long haul. If you're in agriculture, it's time to let Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma make your best even better. Contact a loan officer today. Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, the area's leading lender in agriculture.
For over a century, Sooner Plains Ag has been at the heart of our communities. Sooner Plains Ag is proud to support all area students and athletes from their hometowns and yours. Sooner Plains Ag is ready to service your grain, fertilizer, and farm supply needs. You can also fill up at one of their 2 convenience stores in Fairview and Mino. Sooner Plains Ag is honored to serve their member owners in their 4-county area for more than 100 years. Sooner Plains Ag, farmers helping farmers. It's that simple.
Are you looking for a local, reliable propane provider? Earnhardt Oil and Propane has been serving customers throughout Oklahoma since 1971. Let them tailor a pricing option to fit your budget. Avoid winter price spikes with easy pay, steady, predictable monthly payments you can count on. Need more fuel options? They also offer bulk fuel delivery, DEF, lubricants, and supplies for your business, all at competitive prices. For reliability 3 generations strong, call Earnhardt Oil and Propane at 866-270-1279 or visit www.earnhardtpropane.com.
For more than a century, you have made St. Mary's your healthcare choice. It might be our dedication, compassion, and skill, or the personalized patient experience. Perhaps it is our award-winning high-quality care. Whatever your reason, you trust St. Mary's will offer advanced technology and comprehensive care close to home. Learn more about our services at stmarysregional.com.
Stream like the pros with Squirtle Live. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
Looking to jumpstart your career affordably? Tri-County Tech is the place. Our award-winning school, powered by OK Career Tech, offers top-notch instructors and job placement support to help you secure your dream job. Join the workforce sooner with our programs, especially in high-demand fields like construction and healthcare. We provide quick and easy in-house financial assistance for most programs. With our new flexible year-round schedule for working adults, you can achieve your goals at your own pace. Classes start soon, so visit tricountytech.edu/adult and start your journey today.
This is Game Time. Neptune Game Time creates a high-energy game day atmosphere that your players and fans will love. Every song in our database is 100% lyric safe, which means you can stop screening music for good. Game Time also provides custom messaging to help you promote your upcoming events, concessions, and event-specific announcements. And it gives you the opportunity to sell sponsorships on your station that will generate revenue for your athletic department. Amp up your game day with Game Time.
East River Roustabout, centrally located in Oklahoma, provides construction services specifically tailored for oilfield projects. Our team consists of highly skilled, experienced professionals who offer a wide range of services in construction, maintenance, and operations, focusing on both upstream and midstream sectors. With a combined 44 years of experience in pipeline and roustabout services, our team leads have a proven track record of success for major energy companies. So call the team at East River Roustabout today, 405-849-5156.
Anger, anxiety, worry, and disbelief. These are normal emotions to feel with an unplanned pregnancy. You have options, and you are not alone. Hope Pregnancy Center in Alva is a safe, confidential, and compassionate place to land. Hope offers free pregnancy testing and ultrasound, and you will be provided education for all your options. Remember, you aren't alone. We can help with hope. Visit thinkimpregnant.org. That's thinkimpregnant.org.
Enabling local. Sidwell Distribution is a local business that loves supporting Northwest Oklahoma schools and businesses. We are here to service all of your concession stands, restaurants, food trucks, churches, and more. With candy, paper goods, fried food basics, and even local products, we will exceed your expectations with competitive pricing and excellent service.
Wiggins Auctioneers is a full-service auction company well-versed in selling farm and range land, minerals, commercial and residential properties, as well as equipment, estate, and trust liquidations. In order to better serve our clients, Wiggins Realty offers conventional for-sale listings as well as buyer representation. Whether buying or selling, auction or conventional, we want to be your trusted company. Wiggins Auctioneers, 3 generations strong and setting the standard since 1963.
Why be a ranger? At Northwestern, with small classes, you can be seen. With over 40 programs from business to nursing, you can be career-driven. With a campus home away from home, you can be independent. With over half our students graduating without student loans, you can be debt-free. And with a mosaic of cultures, you can be you. Northwestern, success lives here.
The future comes fast, which is why it's important to start planning for tomorrow, today. So whether you're setting aside money for something special or just safeguarding it against a rainy day, at Gateway, we've got competitive rates on a full suite of savings products. So consider us your gateway to earning money on your money. Open a high-yield savings account with an annual percentage yield of 3.5%. Visit gatewayfirst.com. Gateway First Bank, member FDIC.
Summer job, babysitting money, graduation gifts. Sounds like it's time to open a free student checking account with Communication Federal Credit Union. It's made for teens and tweens. Open your new account and get a free Visa debit card for secure shopping power online or in stores. Plus, mom and dad can transfer money in and manage it all from the app. Go to comfedcu.org for details. Communication Federal Credit Union.
Farming today isn't just about hard work. It's about making smart choices. That's where Correction Line Ag and BW Fusion step in. We're redefining crop nutrition with cutting-edge biology that delivers real results. Stop relying on outdated methods. It's time for a fresh approach. CLA delivers data-driven solutions tailored for every growth stage, boosting your farm's ROI. Ready to get started? Call 833-CLA-SOIL or visit correctionlineag.com. Smarter farming starts here.
In our business and at our firm, it's all about preparation, preparation, preparation. We are advocates for our client. We speak for them. So as a part of that advocacy, it involves hiring the best experts. It's doing the legal research. It's doing the medical research. That is advocacy behind the scenes. It's not just the bells and whistles in front of the jury.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business. And remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
Welcome back. Halftime. About to get underway here in the second half between Jones and Kiefer. Appropriately, on the public address, we have Train Kept a Rollin' by Aerosmith. We were talking before the game that they actually had the former stadium here, a train that would come by that the play had to be stopped on the field because the train was so loud that no one could hear. But no distractions from trains other than the one that's dressed in white and green tonight. Who's been steamrolling the Trojans so far with 26 points in the first half. 264 yards of offense for Jones. 224 through the air from Ace and Hansen and 3 touchdowns. 108 yards receiving from Purvis. 56 yards receiving from Ellefson and a touchdown. Carlos Hardiman has 34 yards receiving and a touchdown. Things are not near as good on the other side of the football for Kiefer. They have not completed a pass in the game this evening, and they have a grand total of 12 yards of offense all on the ground.
Yeah, it has just been a very impressive performance by Jones. We talked about it when we watched both these teams warm up. I think this is more a representation of the talent level of Jones. I don't think it's any knock on Kiefer. I think Kiefer's got a great football team. I think Jones is just very well-rounded. Their performance has been super impressive. Mark, you did leave out one portion of the story about the railroad track. Remember the guy, if they kicked it, there was a man that lived behind the stadium, and if you kicked it into his backyard, he kept the ball. So they said they kicked all their extra points on one end of the field.
Sounds like something that would happen like in a neighborhood football game. There was always one cantankerous neighbor who didn't like kids playing in the vicinity, but
Mark, what are some other scores that you saw there on that scoreboard we kind of chatted about at halftime that kind of pop at you? I know the Stillwater, the 21-0 over Union really surprises me. You called the Sulphur Washington game being a close one. Obviously, that one has Washington up 7-6. Another game that we had on our Pay Dirt show, Fairview and Kingston, another competitive game. Fairview leads 21-14 at halftime. But there's a handful of great games out there right now.
A lot of good ones. We'll take a look at some of those as we go along in the second half. I do want to tell you, if you are hungry, you need to head to Brahms after the game for a bacon cheeseburger and a milkshake made with Brahms A2 fresh milk. That sounds fantastic.
Yes, it does.
Jones set to make the second half kickoff. And it is out of bounds, not touched by Kiefer, so the Trojans will get good field position with this.
Well, Mark, you asked for sweet and sour, and you got exactly what you requested.
If it's going to be Skittles, it's got to be the sour Skittles. How about this ball game? Class 3A, Seminole 30, Chakota 29 in the second quarter.
Jeez.
Hope Vegas Kerr had the over in that game.
A lot of points.
Jinx on top of Wasso 14-7 in the second quarter. Got a score fest in Edmond tonight between Santa Fe and North, 28-20 in that one. Worley on the handoff to Breland, a little crossback counterplay. And look at the Trojans' offensive line pushing Breland forward. That gave him a gain of 3.
Showing a little life there.
$210 calories per serving. My gosh.
Nice.
First carry of the game for KJ Bowers.
A change up here, philosophy-wise, for Coach Worley. Like those first 2 play calls. It's been tough sledding, running the ball.
Those are way too chewy to eat on the air.
They are.
Yeah, sorry.
They're delicious, though.
My apologies.
There we go.
A little bit energized group from Kiefer here to start the second half. Breland goes for his eyes, the longest carry of the evening at 7 yards.
It's been a while, too, I believe, since Kiefer has had a first down.
I think they haven't had one in the game.
Is that accurate?
Yeah. Rolling out under heavy pressure, incompletion, and Worley yet to complete a pass for Kiefer. Second down to 10.
How about this score, Mark? How about Garber 54-0 at halftime over Drumright? That's gamer.
There's not going to be a second half.
There will not be. That's a 45 rule, which I love. Another game from our pay dirt show. Cashin leads Velma Alma 6-0. But Worley breaks loose there.
It's a good game, and this is a different looking Kiefer team in the second half.
Doing a much better job up front. Jones spent the whole entire first half in Kingston's backfield. This time they're getting a hat on hat. Much better job blocking.
7-yard gain for Worley. That brings up third down, and I'll call it 8. It's 3rd and 2. Worley going to scramble and be a hold. This one is going to be coming back. Looks like Chappell was held. And this will not be a first down. It's going to be 3rd down and long again. You have to wonder maybe a little bit if Jones having a game under their belt and Kiefer playing for the first time tonight, given the Longhorns a little bit of an advantage here.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, obviously, typically that first game's a little rough to get started, especially if you're Kiefer and you have to start against Jones as far as the talent you're playing against. But
it doesn't get a whole lot easier next week when they travel to Vian to take on the Wolverines.
That's a team with proud tradition. We always saw Vian and Washington play early a bunch. That's been a series that had been going on for quite a while.
ended this past season.
Probably a smart move on Vian's part. I'm guessing they're the ones who entered it.
Worley still favoring that leg that he was kind of injured earlier, and he is nowhere to go. That is a great form tackle and sack by Mason Templeton, who came on the blitz. And that's a loss all the way back to the 38-yard line. Loss of 6. So Prosperity was short-lived for the Kiefer offense. They had some success, and they have had some success going straight ahead. Anything lateral, and the Jones defense has taken over.
Oh, goodness.
There's pressure on that punt. It was a good job to get the punt away from Blake. Stop.
Okay, let's play a little trivia game, Mark.
All right, I love trivia. I'm ready.
Corn Bible. Where is Corn Bible Academy located?
Well, it's located in Corn, a little south of Weatherford.
I knew you'd know that. What body of water is located close to that?
I'm going to say Foss Lake.
Foss Lake. Yep, very good. What famous, maybe this isn't for the kids, but what famous bar is only about 20 miles up the road from there?
I've never, I mean, back in the day, Weatherford had a couple of fun places.
It's going to be the one you're thinking of. It's open.
Benchwarmer Browns or Cowboys.
There you go. That's
JC
the one that's
Cowboys.
back open.
Yes.
JC Cowboys is. Actually, the two of the directional schools in our state reopened one has reopened JC Cowboys of Southwestern, and Northwestern is soon to open the Nightlight. Little evening entertainment fun facts.
Well, that's true. I left the Nightlight one night and took my friend Garen Higgins' house and had a visit from the police.
Garen Higgins, head coach of Emporia State.
Is it Corky Miller?
Yes, Corky McKeever.
Corky
right?
McKeever?
Yes. Isn't that what it is? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Corky lived next to Garen, and I would try to get inside Corky's house. Garen had told me that his was unlocked, and Corky's was locked.
That was a rough trick he played on you.
Yeah. I mean, Corky and I had hung out earlier in the day, and so I figured that he wouldn't see me as an intruder, but that's what happened.
It's a good game going on. McGinnis and Bishop Kelly, 17 all.
The dangers of the Northwestern Rangers Alumni Golf Tournament. Not for the meek.
That or the Nescatunga. Those are both. Got to be pretty serious to play in those.
Former Watonga legend Jay Benway suffered a severe spiral fracture of his forearm one day late at the golf tournament. I think we'd played so much golf that the battery of the golf cart died on the ascent of a hill.
Golf course is actually looking really good right now. Alva's had a ton of rain up there. There's Hardeman. No, that's not Hardeman.
Coda Clark.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, that was Jones.
Another first down. Jones is just, really efficient offensively. They've been efficient all night. When you can throw and catch, and you can also run the ball, it makes it a whole lot easier.
231 yards passing for Hansen. Third down and 3. Trojans, the chance to make a big stop. Hansen keeps it, and he plunges into the line, and it's going to be close.
Just short. I don't know exactly. I think they missed the call there because the running back went the opposite side.
He's short by a full yard. And we have a timeout. The officials going to talk this over. We'll see.
Looks like somebody is going to have to come out of the game.
Well, someone has come into the game, but no one has come out of the game that I could tell. And a hard count. Kiefer flinched, but did not move across.
The Cowbells are out of control.
4th down and 1. Hansen calls his own number.
Ooh.
And he does not get it. The Kiefer defense comes up with a big stop, and they have some momentum here to start the second half. I've never been to JC Cowboys.
Well, you're missing out. I went a few times back in my day. Of course, legally, of age.
First down to 10 for Kiefer. Hand off to Breland. Breland running left. Breland picks up 5, 6, 7 yards. And another good play for the Trojans running straight ahead.
The line has just been much more effective, obviously, here in the second half for the Trojans. Good to see the Trojans get on the board here and make this game interesting.
Breland gets it again, and he's going nowhere. Pushed back, give him forward progress right to the previous spot to gain, no yards. So that brings up 3rd down and 3.
That was Templeton. He's not afraid to get in there and mix it up. Yeah. Mark, you had mentioned Blackwell and Kellyville. You thought that may be an opportunity for Blackwell. They are trailing 34-6 at halftime to the Ponies.
Oh.
I hate to break it to you.
Big home field advantage for the Ponies right down the road. There's another tackle in the backfield.
51. That's the transfer from Glasson, right? I believe.
Yes, it is. Stop made by Aiden Green. Or I'm sorry, that's Dorian Wiley. My bad. Dorian Wiley, number 51. And it seems as if Worley is really hampered. That early in the game came up limping. Right leg was hurt. He is not moving very well.
Kiefer, has a few positive plays and then, a couple negatives in a row, and they're right back to punting again. So
we've got a wild score in Norman, the crosstown clash tonight. It's the Tigers, Norman High 16, Norman North 6.
Norman High is beating Norman North.
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
16-6.
Wow.
Yes.
That game can go either way.
Big rivalry that we've talked about earlier. Piedmont 13, El Reno 7. In the battle for the Shillelagh, 17 apiece, Bishop McGinnis and Bishop Kelly. Another big rivalry not too far from here, Wagner and Coweta. It's all Wagner, 23-7. That game's in the second quarter. Hansen throws to his big target,
Nice
but a great play made. Are they going to call that a complete pass, or are they going to call it incomplete? They're going to say that pass was juggled and incomplete.
He's down. That he caught it and he's down is what they're saying.
Okay.
Interesting. So it is a loss on the play.
Brady Baxter, sophomore, comes up to make the stop. Hansen rolls to his left. and had an open receiver, but the ball is incomplete. Battle in Lawton. Lawton-Ite with a chance to win the city championship tonight, but they trail MacArthur 28-20 in the second half, or excuse me, the second quarter of that game. Tuttle on top of Newcastle 14-0, second quarter. Hanson, quick fake, throws across the field. And that is a big gain. Big play on 3rd down and 14 for the Longhorns. Big target last week. Creighton Jones stands 6'5". Jones hauled that in and got busy down the field. 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line for the Longhorns. Longhorns keep it on the ground. Big collision there between Bell, the sophomore from Kiefer, and Coda Harris, junior running back at Jones. Harris has some steam running downhill inside the 15-yard line, stopped at the 14-yard line, and it's another first down for the Longhorns.
Rumbling, stumbling.
Jones is not a guy that you look like you want to try to thwart his momentum.
No, not at all. And really this second half, as much as Kiefer has made some things look positive, we're just about under 2 minutes here to the third quarter, and Jones is knocking on the door and can, as if those things probably not already out of hand, another score here would really make it difficult. Little counter play.
There goes Harris again. How about the Chargers of Heritage Hall up on top of the Bulldogs of Lincoln Christian, 20-14 in the third, getting some potential revenge from Lincoln's championship victory a year ago. Fairview and Kingston remains a 7-point game. Alva has extended and jumped out on Perry 21-12 at half, so the Goldbugs are bouncing back after a crucial spelling error on their bus and lost to Fairview last week. Hanson throws for the corner, touchdown. 4th touchdown pass of the day. But hold everything here. We have FAR official, and a couple of the Kiefer players are clapping. So I think this one's coming back. Call is illegal motion. That wipes out the touchdown pass. Got a scoring bonanza going on in the NFL game tonight in Brazil. 19-14.
19. It's interesting to get to 19.
2 field goals and a missed 2-point conversion.
Oh, wondering. Knew it had to be something. Look at a little spin move by the big man.
Yeah, Harris. He's a dancing bear. 5'10", 235.
I like that.
He and I have something in common.
He can move. I'll tell you, you talked about it. I don't know. I'm not so sure on offense. Jones doesn't have all the pieces you need. They've got, they have a quicker running back they ran earlier with. They got the quarterback that can throw it and run. Big tight end. Playmakers on the outside. The big man up the middle is about to bounce it in here. He got the first down.
They're going to call him down at the 1 yard line. Yeah, there's a big scrum. This Kiefer team is strong along the line of scrimmage. They really are. They've got some big kids and physical kids and used to playing good football, but they've been able to move it some on the offensive side, but they have not been able to withstand the passing attack of Jones, and that will do it for a rapidly played third quarter. We'll move to the other end. Jones threatening to add to this 26-0 lead. You're watching the Squirtle game of the week.
So you want to create.
Daggone it, you got me again with the Skittles, the Chewy Skittles.
Chewy Skittles are delicious. Big shout out to Kiefer, by the way. Unbelievable facility. I've had great hospitality.
No doubt about it. Had a great dinner tonight. It's right up the road on Highway 75 in Glenpool at Mamadou's.
Josh Hauk welcomed us. Spent some time in the box with us.
Coda Harris is pushed backwards. He's not going to get into the end zone. He's going to actually lose a yard. Brings up a 2nd down and 3. Harris gets it again, bounces to the outside. He's hit, but he falls into the end zone, and it's a touchdown.
Well, he earned that one. How many times did he get the ball on that drive?
He got it quite a bit. I think if you're in the ball game, you would prefer to handle the rock. That is the 2nd rushing touchdown of the evening for the Longhorns. Asen Hansen with the other. And the extra point pending will make it 33-0. Kick is up and good. Timeout. 11:17 to go with this one. It is Jones 33, Kiefer nothing on the Squirtle game of the week.
So you want to create your future, discover a path worth traveling down, find a career to get excited about. For decades, Career Tech has been training talented, skilled individuals, empowering them to step into a career that fuels not only their life, but the Oklahoma workforce. These individuals are the heartbeat of this state's economy. Individuals just like you. Create your future today at Oklahoma Career Tech.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
For a bank that's big enough.
Kick is away. It's taken at the 18-yard line, and nice running lane. Good field position for Kiefer. We'll have it out at the 42-yard line. So I have a question for you, Adam.
Okay.
Last year, the Longhorn season ended 35-34 at the hands of Washington in the state semifinals. And we know that they have added some players. Carlos Hardiman and Dorian Wiley came over from Classen, a couple of really good players. There's been a lot of talk about potentially a third meeting between Millwood and Washington in the finals, but my eyes tonight tell me that this Jones team has to be considered in that category of state championship contender.
I don't think there's any doubt about it. I mean, I have not seen Washington in person. We saw Millwood last year. We obviously know what Millwood brings to the table. Here we go.
Nice run into the open field, the best of the night. Give credit to Dakota Morris, the junior, 5'11", 150 for a 30-plus yards, the most successful offensive play of the night for the Trojans.
I just have a hard time believing the Jones with how complete they are. I mean, this is a good Kiefer team, and it's 33-0. I'm putting Jones right up there with those three for sure.
Yeah, I agree. Washington try to preserve their 31-game winning streak tonight, but I think this Jones team has improved enough from a year ago to be considered a threat. There's more of a pass rush back there. They have just harassed Worley all night. He throws that out of the back of the end zone.
Actually, wasn't a bad decision by Worley.
Got a penalty. I think this is going to be holding. They've just not been able to keep the men in green tonight in check.
We do have an update from Lake Texoma area. Kingston has tied it up against Fairview. It's 21-all. That's another game that was one we were keeping an eye on.
What a game. What time would they expect the Fairview people back in Fairview tonight?
Well, supposedly a lot of them are staying at old Speaker of the House, Jeffrey Hickman.
Yeah.
Hooked up a group discount at one of the casinos down there.
Okay.
Yeah. So
there's a new one, Lakeside.
That's one. That's it. That's the new one. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I think it's pretty close to Kingston, right?
Yes. There's a big run and another about 20-yard gain made by Blake Stop. And so Stop picks up the penalty yardage and has a first down for the Trojans.
I give Coach Worley and this Kiefer team a lot of credit. I mean, being down, over 4 scores, and these kids have not quit. They're still battling. They actually found some stuff that they like. I like how they've changed up some of their run schemes here and had some success.
They played hard in the second half. It's a 7-0 game in the second half. Now, again, I think Jones has been pretty content not throwing the football the way that they did in the first half.
Oh, goodness.
There's a snap over the head of Worley.
And that goes back to what you were talking about with that nose guard.
Defensive line of Jones. Wow.
Just too many mistakes. Against a really good team like this, you can't put yourself in negative play scenarios. And that they just lost, 20 yards? More than that.
Yeah.
About 23 yards, I think.
That's right, yeah. 23-yard loss. That hurts. Handoff. Oh, big lick. Nowhere. A loss of 1. Again, that front 4 for Jones has been incredible. If the Union Stillwater game is behind ours as much as it is, probably be able to find that one on the radio on the way home.
This is interesting. Velma has scored twice quickly against Cashin. It is now 14-6. Velma leads Cashin. Dibble is hammering Minko, 28-6.
Looks like the Bulldogs might be dropping in my rankings. I was admonished by Lynn Shackelford for some of my Class A rankings. There's an interception. And going the other way for Jones is Mason Templeton. And he is going to score and flip into the end zone. Do you sanction that or not? Is that worth it?
Well, I don't.
A little flair.
What I do is you change the rule and you don't give them points. I mean, that's how you stop people from doing it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Especially if the flag occurs before they go in the end zone, and then they'll stop doing it. But I sound like an old man yelling at the clouds, don't I?
He's just going to make. I think Vegas Kerr disagrees with you. That's how you get the name Vegas. We're going to.
Vegas is a coach's kid. He agrees.
He's going to make it hard on the extra point here. I assume Kiefer will take this on the kick rather than the extra point. 39-0. And just like that, after their two best offensive plays of the night, back-to-back, we had a snap over the quarterback's heads and an interception. That's hate to say it this way, but that's the first pass completed by Kiefer all night.
The Crescent leads Morrison 7-0. That was one I was trying to keep an eye on, wondering about how Crescent would do this year. They lost a pretty big senior class last year. Let's go back to 6A and see what's going on. Are you looking at that Union Stillwater game still?
Yep, 21-0.
Man. So unsportsmanlike too.
So is this coming back?
It may if it occurred before you got in the end zone. It is. So they don't. I think they don't get the points.
I don't think Coach Witt is going to be very pleased with that. Is it going to be? Well, what do we have here?
I'm not sure.
It looks as it's Jones football.
Yeah. Well, and they took the points off the scoreboard.
See if we can get a ruling from the booth in there.
That's the live stream. They're one over. It may have been, yeah. But the old man yelling at the clouds got his way.
He did. Hanson's going to keep it. I don't understand unless there was a block in the back on the return.
That may have been what it was, but
that's the only explanation I could come up with. To take the points off the board and move the ball to the 45-yard line. I don't know. Hanson keeps it. I think he fooled quite a few of the defenders, and he has the first down.
Tough runner.
Washington has extended their lead 14-6 over Sulphur. Pauls Valley 17, Davis 7. That was another game last year. Really close contest between the Wolves and the Panthers. Panthers won it 33-29.
The Lincoln Christian looks like they scored, so cut that to one score game.
Hanson's
out of the game now.
He is out of the game. Thank you. Backup quarterback in for Jones is Cash Marenko.
They kept it rolling for you, Vegas. Got to start looking at next week for some possible games in the network. We have a few that we've looked at. We like the Blanchard Newcastle. Could be a solid opportunity. We have Tonkawa at Fairview as one possible opportunity as well. How about Henrietta at Beggs? We were talking about Henrietta being much improved this year, and we know Beggs is too as well.
That'll be a good game.
Stillwater, Enid? I don't know the way Stillwater's playing tonight. Enid is 2-0, though. It's been a while since Enid's been 2-0.
Trip Rogers with the carry for Jones, also the name of my first cousin.
Trip Rogers.
Trip Rogers.
It's a great name, Trip is. So Trip Davis, is that the guy who designed Belmar?
Yes. Yes. I curse him frequently. 18.
Oh gosh, that golf course, especially when it first opened, it was a nightmare. You remember? Oh goodness, they've done some things to it to make it a little bit easier.
If you hit it straight, you're going to have a chance to make some good scores. So Jones giving their skill position starters a little bit of a breather here late in this contest, and a good opportunity for some of the other players to get in and get into the game. Rogers, 5'10", 160 pounds, sophomore. Cash Marenko, 6 foot, 160 pound junior. Got a penalty. That one's coming back. Stroud 14, Chandler 8, now 14-14. That game in the fourth. We got Lugnut on the call of that game tonight?
Yeah, it's Lugnut and Jeff Matheny. What's up?
Chisholm, a future opponent of this Jones team. They lead 31-13 over Hennessy tonight. Handoff to Rogers, running hard down to the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 10. Exchanged some text with the boys from Elk City tonight. And the Elks up on top of Altus, 21-14. That game's at half. It's a short road trip for the Elk City guys. You don't have to go that far.
Yeah, it was good to have Aaron on him. Glad you mentioned that. He did a great job on the show. He does a great job of following high school sports too,
and keeping the ultimate apprised of all of the developments going on outside the world of poker.
He was on you today. Jim was.
I didn't. I missed it. What was he was doing?
He was on you about the OSU line in Arkansas.
Yeah.
About how dumb you were still taking Arkansas with the line at 10.
Once you make the picks on Thursday, you can't change them. I don't think it's even possible. So I don't know. I mean, it sure looks to me
that 7 then 7.5 or something like that.
Yeah, and it went to 10. I don't know. I mean, I probably made a bad pick. I mean, chances are OSU probably going to roll them tomorrow. So,
I think they will, but I could be wrong.
I will be viewing that game from the HTO seats tomorrow. That's
nice, Lane Jones.
Very, very, very good.
Courtesy of Lane Jones. Been talking about this for a while. We need to do a Squirtle tailgate at one OSU game and one OU game.
That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it would be. Have Tyler Kerr run the tailgate for us.
Hey, we got a little bit of an upset that we haven't mentioned so far in Class 4A tonight. The Ardmore Tigers on top of 8 at 29-12.
Hey, that is. I was in Ardmore this week for work, my real job.
Yeah.
Went to SOTC. Shout out to Career Tech in Oklahoma, and drove by Ardmore's football stadium. What a great stadium that is.
The Noble Complex.
A lot of Fairview people get antsy about this game.
Well, that winning streak is on the line. I can understand.
It's true. Even got brother Jake trying to figure out what's going on. Wants to know what the link is to the game. Check some updates in the Squirtle app. If you don't have that app out there, you should download it. I would highly recommend that. Stillwater still up 21-0 on Union.
And I also had forgotten that we were streaming live on the Sports Animals website.
We are.
So any mention of the ultimate in a disparaging way could get me in massive trouble.
I don't think you've said anything disparaging.
Not at all. Not at all. Love the ultimate.
Lincoln Christian takes the lead over Heritage Hall 21-20.
Well, that's been a really good game.
It has.
Heritage Hall had a lot to replace this season, so that's I think that you have to feel pretty good about the fact that they've stayed in that match with the defending champs. This has turned into a penalty fest. About 5 minutes ago, this game was 39-0. The points have been taken off the board. And we've had personal fouls on each team.
Yeah, gets that way late, gets a little chippy. Edmond Memorial is now up on Deer Creek 24-14. That game is flipped sides. I don't know why it's in the app multiple times, but in case you want to know, you can get it twice.
A lot of scoring tonight in some of these games. Seminole and Chakotah game had over 70 points at halftime. There's Rogers again on the handoff, and he stopped. Big play up front from the Kiefer defensive line. It's still playing hard in this one. The Trojans' opponent next week, Vian, on top of Eufaula, 34-19. Long-time rivalry there between those two schools, located not very far apart. The Lone Grove Plainview game, they call that the 5 Mile War. Is that right?
I think that's right. Yeah. Yeah.
It's not much of a war tonight. 35-0 Plainview.
You know, Plainview is one of those schools that, blew up so fast as far as enrollment. They went from Class A all the way up to 3A super fast. And, everybody had this assumption that, they'd go to 4A or so pretty quick, but they've been able to stay ADM wise right around that 3A range.
Yes, and Ardmore in Class 4A. I'll tell you, with the win over Ada tonight, the way that it looks there, you have to say that district race, throw them in the mix with Bethany and Tuttle and Blanchard, and you got a heck of a battle there in that group.
So Blanchard's, they're all in the same district?
Yeah.
Goodness gracious. Well, I know Jeff Craig's got him a good team again. He, I believe they got a quarterback move in from Westmore. That's a really good player, and they had a bunch of good kids coming back from last year too as well. So we need to get down there and do a game for them. That's what we need to do.
I agree.
This has been a really fast second half.
Blanchard will have Ardmore on the 17th of October. Tuttle will go to Ardmore here in a couple of weeks on the 27th of September.
Wrapped up by number 45, ISL, and number 74, William Holt.
Turnover on downs. We got 52 seconds left in this one. Big thanks to Brahms, serving delicious cheeseburgers, freshly squeezed limeades, crinkle cut fries, hand-dipped ice cream, milkshakes, sundaes made with Brahms A2 fresh milk. Brahms, farm fresh for over 50 years.
That was quite the read over.
Just trying to stay in the league of Tom Nelson, who's voicing game time here inside the stadium tonight, DJing the hits.
He's everywhere.
Ubiquitous on Fridays.
And another Squirtle broadcaster, Todd Miller. They traveled to, I believe, Arkansas Tech last night. I can't remember. Did OBU get that win?
I didn't see.
I didn't see either. I know Northwestern did not win. I believe Harding beat SNU like 50-0 and had like 600 and some yards rushing. So they might win it all again.
The Wonder Boys pulled out the thriller against Oklahoma Baptist in overtime, 44-41.
What a great mascot name, Wonder Boys. You know what the girls' team is, right? The Golden Suns.
That's good.
Or no, sorry, the Lady Blossoms. Which is even better.
The Lady Blossoms?
Yes.
Who are the Golden Suns?
I don't know.
Is that the Mule Riders?
The Mule Riders is Arc Tech. Or no, is Southern Arc.
Okay. Big blow delivered there on the run from Kiefer. Yeah, those mascots in that league are
phenomenal.
They're great. That's going to do this one here tonight. Be incredibly impressed with Jones in a 33-0 win over Kiefer. Credit to the Trojans for coming out in the second half and playing with some urgency. We put this one in the books tonight in 2 hours and 8 minutes. So, Adam, any final thoughts?
Final thoughts would just be, really, really impressed by the performance by Jones. I think Kiefer is a team that you're going to see down the road in the playoffs too as well. I think what you talked about, Jones just having one game kind of up on him made a big difference. I don't see a lot of holes on Jones' side of the field. I think you're going to see them late in December. But I also think don't count out Kiefer. I think Kiefer is another team that's going to improve throughout the year and going to have a lot of opportunity in front of them.
We will see you next week on the Squirtle Game of the Week from a yet-to-be-determined site. And don't forget all of the great coverage during the week on Squirtle. We'll have the Pay Dirt Show coming up for you as we do our best to guess who's going to win from week to week. So for Adam, Vegas, Kerr, and the rest of the crew tonight here on Squirtle, it's a wrap. Jones 33, Kiefer, nothing.